Hi, welcome back to the blind LP of Ace Attorney Investigations to Prosecutor's Path. If you hear anything it's in the background, it's because there's some people playing TV very loudly outside, so I hope it doesn't capture it. Okay, so here we go. We have all the evidence we need. It's time we asked Dogen a few questions. Dogen, did you say? Please use utmost caution. That man even has henchmen outside of the prison. Outside of the prison? Is this related to his secret trade routes as a supplier? Most likely. The police have been searching for Dogen's henchmen for ages. I've also have been helping them, but... So that means back then... So he still won't talk? Oh no. So he still won't talk? Even after all the trouble you went through to get evidence transferred from the precinct? That's right. I don't know how many times I've tried. I can't report back empty-handed. That assassin sure is one tough cookie, huh? Yes. You had evidence transferred from the precinct. Yes, we borrowed all the evidence concerning Dogen. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but no matter how much evidence we have on him, we can't get a single word out of him. The warden interrogates him herself? Why go that far? Lose your focus and he'll let you alive. Be on your guard. You've made Uncle Ray a little nervous. Okay, why are they there? Judge Courtney, what are you doing here? Exactly what I'd like to know myself, Miles. Edgey. Questioning a prisoner? Did you forget that we're investigating as well? Or rather, have you forgotten my warning? If you value your badge, you should not have appeared before me again. I'm sorry if you thought that I would abide by those words. I won't overlook something important just to heed your warning. I've come for a testimony about the truth of this case which you have overlooked. You mean to say you require my humble services? As I promised, I've returned to prove that you are the culprit. Interesting, do tell. Oh god. Before that, you should first listen to our reasoning. We can say with confidence that Simon Keyes is the culprit. Only Simon Keyes could have moved Mr. Knightley into the prison. And we can show the proof of this fact. But first, I'd like to hear your resolve, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I keep trying to say Professor, it's weird. If our reasoning is correct, will you submit it to us? No. Oh my god, no. Your prosecutor's badge. You'll deprive him of his badge? Is it a threat, Paul? No, it's not a threat. Rather, an act of compassion. Normally I wouldn't even have taken notice of you, since you have no right to investigate. However, if you are able to show proper resolve... Okay. I would be willing to let you be my opponent. Are you willing to risk it? Your prosecutor's badge. Miss Edgeworth? Miss Edgeworth, sir. Very well. I trust my own reasoning, but moreover, at the moment I am currently a defense attorney's assistant first, and a prosecutor's second. I will not sully the good name of the Edgeworth law offices. Ah. I intend to see my job through. I won't yield to your threats. So be it. Is this bravery or simply foolishness on the goddess of law's behalf? I shall be the judge of that. Sebastian, allow me to. Yeah, I got it. I'm counting on you, Justin. See, don't you think they're like siblings? They're like on first name basis, and I just don't know. I presume you know of the incident Mr. Knightley caused the day before yesterday? He attacked a guard and stole his keys. Oh, what? Afterwards, Simon Keyes stopped by his cell with an animal cage from the show. What? During this time, Mr. Knightley was able to use the stolen key to exit his cell. He then hid it in the cage while it was moved to the prison workroom. Okay. So Mr. Keyes went to his cell after all. Great. After hearing you talk about the security camera yesterday, we investigated it ourselves. Woohoo! Why don't you have a look? Okay, I have here a printout of the security camera footage. This is the moment when Mr. Keyes visited Knightley. Good grief, what are you doing, Simon? Exactly. As you can see, the cage creates a huge blind spot in the cell. By using this blind spot, Mr. Knightley could have entered the cage. That is our reasoning. A blind spot. That means the camera doesn't actually show him entering the cage. At this time, there's still the possibility that Knightley never left his cell. But why would he be hiding inside an animal cage? I don't know. To escape? Okay. Mr. Knightley was planning to escape from prison. That is the only possibility. A prison escape? That's so cool! First, Mr. Albert, and now Mr. Knightley. I wouldn't let them show me up. Okay, this isn't the time to get excited. J. Albert's, you know, actually when I was editing the last video, I finally figured out what the pun for J. Albert is. Basically, it's jailbird, isn't it? I took that long to realize one pun. Great! J. Albert's escape is no laughing matter. Simon Keyes was aiding Mr. Knightley in his escape. In other words, he was an accomplice. Not bad, Simon. Don't praise him. That cage was transported temporarily to the workroom. Originally, Mr. Knightley was to remain hidden until the end of the animal show. He would then be carried out along with the cage. I presume that was the plan. However, midway through the plan, he was betrayed by Simon Keyes and murdered. Judge Courtney's reasoning does appear to make sense. However, there must be a hole somewhere. I must not overlook anything. Okay, let's see. So far, I haven't seen any hole in it yet. I guess press. Judge Courtney, about this incident. You do not know of it? That would be unbecoming of you, Ace Attorney Miles Atroth. Naturally, I know of it. Oh, great. However you say, that's what he said. In that case, this is a waste of time. I shall continue. Mr. Knightley. Was there a video of that? Do you have proof Knightley stole the keys? It is the only explanation as to why Mr. Knightley would have attacked the guard. We will know for certain the moment the guard regains consciousness. You mean the guard is still unconscious? Is that really true? Should I ask Judge Courtney for more information? Yes, like why is he still unconscious? There is one point in your reasoning that is odd. If Knightley did indeed steal the key, I'd expect he'd try to escape immediately. True. Was it really necessary for him to wait for Mr. Keys to help him escape? He simply chose the method with the highest probability of success. After stealing the key, he concealed it on his personage, as he waited for the opportune moment. That is what I believe. He concealed the key. Judge Courtney, such an oversight is unlike you. Knightley could not have concealed the key. And I can prove it? No, I can't. Okay, bring it on. Knightley did not hide the key, and the proof is... I don't know. Metal detector? Okay, this.
Take that!
Please. Judge Courtney, there is a contradiction in your testimony. I cannot authorize this statement. And why not? I know it's wrong. Because it's obvious you're bluffing. Well... But... Why not?
Hold it!
Okay, let's not rush into things. First, we need to know that he didn't... We need to prove that he did not hide the key. Let's check. Died instantly. Has a sweet scent. Portable folding chessboard. Oh, because this was empty?
Take that!
Please. Oops, no. I'm going to reload. Okay, let's calm down. Alright, tunnel footprints now. Is it the key itself? During the attack on the guard, the key to Knightley's cell was stolen. Current location unknown. Check. Oh, but the key was not found. Great. Please. Right?
Take that!
I'm dumb. Haven't the guards informed you yet? They searched Knightley after he attacked the guard, and the key was nowhere to be found. Since the key's location is unknown, your logic doesn't hold. She's taking it. Well, that is not an issue. There is an explanation. Mr. Knightley had the key. It simply wasn't found. Okay. The reason being, he concealed it inside the chessboard. I don't know. I don't think so. The chessboard. You mean the one that concealed the murder weapon? Come now. How do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there? What? Take some risk. That's true. What? Take some responsibility for your own words. That was all Sebastian's idea after all. I can do it, I can. This is so funny. So those... Yeah, I told you, it's just like siblings. You just have to pick on the younger one. So those two don't always agree on their reasoning. In other words, once we put all the pieces together, Mr. Knightley concealed the key he stole from the guard inside the chessboard. When Simon Keys arrived, Mr. Knightley used the key to slip out of his cell. Sorry, there was an interruption. He entered the animal cage and was transported to the workroom. All thanks to his accomplice, Simon Keys. Mr. Knightley had planned to be carried outside after the show had ended. However, he was betrayed by his accomplice and murdered during the circus performance. Okay. There might be several interruptions along the way, so I'll just cut those off. And this is why I don't do live stream. Mr. Keys performed in this show. He would have had no opportunity to murder him during the circus performance. No opportunity, is that so? A story plays itself out on the stage. And such was the case with the animal show. So she examined the content of the show. The suspect plays the role of the villain who antagonizes the elephant herring. The suspect plays... Okay. In the final act, the villain is defeated by the heroine's love, and all ends well. At that point, the suspect, in the role of the villain, is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit. Blown away by the elephant? That sounds painful. Was he hurt? After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage. The suspect was absent from the stage for about 15 minutes. Are you saying the crime was committed during that time? Even in such a short period of time, it would still be possible to carry out the murder. Don't you think so?
Objection!
So, he committed the crime in 15 minutes and then returned to the stage. That may have been possible if the crime scene had been the prison. Judge Courtney, the actual crime took place in the detention center. I'm afraid I cannot accept that camera footage alone as evidence. Yeah, you can't? As for evidence, I have it. The blood. Come on. Give it to me. I'm ready.
Take that!
Go. This is the floor? Oh, goddess of law. I am unable to comprehend your mysterious ways. This is what we discovered. The area here was tested positive for Mr. Knightley's blood. This blood test, can it really be trusted? To begin with, how were you able to conduct a scientific investigation? Okay. I happen to have a subordinate. I can't vouch for his competence, but he is a man that I trust. You? The detective? This concerns me. I cannot think why one would disturb the order of law. The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee's influence goes as far as the police department. Ha. Gami's in trouble. Forgive me, detective. I'm afraid something bad may come out of this. I will accept the fact that blood was found at the detention center as evidence. However... Oh god. How ridiculous. This is unthinkable of you, third-rate prosecutor. Mr. Dibes, you're here? I've completely forgotten about him. Oh god, how can you forget about Dibes? He was like standing there. He was very prominent in his red and blue color. There's a giant contradiction in your statement. According to the security tape, a dog killed Knightley in his cell. Then after he left the cell, the blood on the floor was wiped away. Was from me too, actually. I realized the same thing Kay did. Did the dog wipe away the bloodstains? As if that could happen. That is possible of my Anubis. Right, boy? What? That was one of the tricks I taught him while I was still in the outside world. He makes sure to hide any bloodstain he makes. So as not to leave behind any evidence. I was saved, if only by chance. Shouldn't you have taught your dog to shake or something? Anubis also performs that trick very well. But the shake I taught him is a little different from others. First, he bites the victim's hand. Stop! Stop! I don't want to hear anymore. I see. I understand. Prosecutor Edgeworth, it appears you've gathered a good hand. I'm glad you understand. My argument isn't over yet. Objection overruled. Hey now, that's a little harsh. Sebastian, would you allow me the privilege of explaining? Sure, Justin. Do you finally realize the murder occurred in the detention center? Therefore, that assassin's pet dog. Oh my god. My opinion has not changed. Unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene. I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I've been waiting for you to say that. No. Don't show her. No, what else are you gonna show? The evidence shows the route the dog used to go between the detention center and prison. Okay, this is pretty easy, right? This. Okay. This photo. It shows a secret tunnel hidden in the prison. That's impossible. A secret tunnel? This tunnel was dug by the escaped prisoner, J. Albert. It begins in his prison cell and is connected to a holding cell in the detention center, namely the victim's cell. I'm shocked. How did this... Togen, you must have known of this, since you used this tunnel to commit murder. Good grief. In the name of the goddess of law, I hereby reject... Why? I hereby reject Prosecutor Edgeworth's claim.
Hold it!
What do you mean? Evidence is everything. That remains true here, just as in the courtroom. Isn't that right? I have evidence here. What? Horace Knightley's autopsy report. Uh-oh. Autopsy report? Since when? Why are you surprised? This was delivered straight from the police a short while ago. It's not complete yet. More of a preliminary report. Here, the very word of the goddess of law is written. Cause of death: stab wound to the neck, died instantly. Murder weapon: sharp metal object. The victim was stabbed multiple times in the same spot with a sharp object. Well screwed. Although they were unable to determine the actual shape of the murder weapon, that many stabs, ouch. They have clear proof that it was a sharp metal object. So do you still stand by your claim? That the dog used a sharp object to kill the victim? Uh-oh. This can't be. I did not advance that. That is all. The court is adjourned. But wait, the tunnel contains the dog's footprints. Perhaps it may have been one of Anubis' walking courses. I can never tell what Anubis gets up to outside myself. Something feels unnatural about all this, but I have no evidence. Courtney Pie, you should pulled out a hidden gem at the very last moment. She waited for the perfect time to reveal the autopsy report. Again. She waited for the perfect time again. Have I let her outwit me again? I pointed at any shields. Here is the autopsy report from earlier. I apologize for the delay. No, it's alright. Thank you. Okay. I gladly accept it. Mr. Shields, I don't believe it's necessary to hold hands while exchanging documents. Please, I'd advise you to stop. Huh? Persist any longer and I shall call on the strength of the goddess of law. I will whoop your head. Your head. I'll be careful. Justin, well done. Just as I planned. I only acted in accordance to your instructions. Yeah, right. The autopsy report came straight from the police. I can't refute it. However, if the murder weapon was in the dog, Dogan will be cleared of suspicion. The merciful goddess of law so decrees. If you choose to yield now, your badge will not be taken. What will you do, sir? She says dead bored. My answer remains the same. Judge Courtney, it is as I said before. I will see my job through. I will not yield to threats. So, even now, you still refuse to give up? If you want to keep your badge, this may be your last chance. Yeah, right. Right now, I am a defense attorney's assistant. What I protect is not my badge, but the truth. Okay, but my client. The goddess of law grows wary of your sentiment. Hehe, now we're talking. Miles is starting to understand that the defense attorney never gives up. Actually, those were the words of your old man. My father? It really is in your blood. You're the spitting image of him right now. You said it yourself. You've changed since you were tainted by Von Karma. It's only now that I've actually come to believe it. Good for you. Mr. Shields. Well then, Miles. Now's the time to put those skills to the test. Think beyond your limits. If the murder weapon was a sharp object, does that really negate your reasoning? The murder weapon was a sharp object. That's it. No, what's it? Yeah. Okay. There were 5 chisels placed inside this. I have no idea whose voice I just used. There were 5 chisels placed inside this special cell. Dogan is a former assassin. It's quite possible he could kill someone with just a chisel. In which case, the prisons... I don't know who gave him those chisels, but they're an idiot. In that case, the weapon that killed Horace Knightley was... Is that all? Well then, I suppose you'll be giving up. Evidence is everything. Didn't you say? The murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, Such a weapon has yet to be found. What? So what are you trying to say? The only decisive evidence is the actual murder weapon itself. And that was in plain sight this whole time. The real murder weapon is Dugan's chisel. What did you say? Take responsibility for your own statements. The scene of the crime was Mr. Knightley's cell. You said so yourself. If the evidence changes, then so will my logic. That too is a courtroom procedure, is it not? If the chisel was used, that means the killer was human. However, the fact remains that we cannot deny the security photo. Yeah, what about that photo? I don't know. I have no idea what DBS's voice has become. Seriously. The dog killed the victim, the dog leapt at the victim, someone attacked the dog. Honestly, I want to say this because we didn't see Knightley's face, but it might have been Knightley. The dog leapt at the victim, the dog. It's either one of these. But honestly, nope, we did. Someone attacked the dog. The person attacked the dog. It's obvious the person is the one being attacked. Right. Fine. I will just go ahead. So really, what's with that photo? I'll give you the answer. The photo shows the moment the dog leapt at the victim. Dugan's dog leapt at Knightley. However, the victim did not die at that time. Didn't die? He was only knocked unconscious. The dog didn't move a dead body, it moved the unconscious Knightley, and the real killer was its owner. I see. If the victim was moved, it would have been possible for Dugan to commit the murder. And use the murder weapon. Indeed, the killer is Sir Dugan. It can only be you. Hehehe. Objection. I bet your teacher used to write on your report card. Needs to pay more attention on what others say. I would think that describes you more. We examined that room, every crook and granny. Right, Justin? We examined all 4 of Mr. Dugan's chisels. There should be 5. And found no traces of blood. Thank you, Judge Courtney. Thanks to you, I am not now certain. Thanks to me? Whatever do you mean? When I came here earlier, I saw 5 chisels. That's right. There were definitely 5 there before. So the one that disappeared was? The smallest one. Presumably for portable use. Dugan, where is that chisel? I'm not free to leave this place. I've no need of a portable chisel. Not free to leave? In that case, he mustn't have been free to hide the... Okay, in that case, he mustn't have been free to hide the deadly chisel either. Okay. Dugan, you just dug your own grave. It seems you know something. Would you care to show it? Okay. Dugan couldn't leave, so the place he hid the chisel is here. Right? But no, he was not at his cell earlier. So what does it mean? I might be wrong, but we'll try. But he wasn't there. Dugan is a prisoner, so he can't leave his cell freely. Perhaps he could have sent his dog out to dispose of it, but he would not have been able to confirm the weapon's location. Okay, so where does it live? Above all else, special metal tools are allowed in this cell. Even if one chisel were to appear here, no one would suspect cutting. You'd be a fool not to take advantage of that. I see, of course. It's always safest if you do something yourself. But I examined everything. I didn't find any hiding places in his cell. I am certain that the mother weapon is here. The reason you haven't found it is because it was cleverly hidden. Okay, you say I hid it. Where exactly? Think. Where could he have hidden it? I don't know. I don't know, man. I have to remember everything up to this point. There must be some clue. Does this mean what I think it means? Let's get going, Mr. Ashraf. On the door? Come to think of it, the dog hasn't barked at me once today. Previously, when I came to the special cell, it barked on Dugan's command. Is it in its mouth? That's it. That's what's been out of place. There's just one place he could have hidden the murder weapon. Giving up already? Hold down. I will present evidence. This piece of evidence shows where you concealed the murder weapon. The dog.
Take that!
Hasn't your dog been awfully quiet today? Now that you mention it, it hasn't barked at all. Before, it was... Sir Dugan. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. Sir Dugan. Open the dog's mouth now. Anubis doesn't bark needlessly. I ordered him to do that before. In that case, order it to bark now. Naturally, you should be able to, if you have nothing to hide. It was inevitable. Anubis, show them your mouth. There we go. No, what? Yet. Whoa. As you can see, a dog of something, it just advanced by itself. What? Why, a chisel? The dog really had one in its mouth. I thought he was unusually quiet. Was he unable to follow the discussion? Perhaps. Sebastian, could you call the forensics department? Urgently, please. I got it. Poor Sebastian. Somehow. A reaction. This chisel test positive for blood. What? I guess that proves my theory wasn't just nonsense. Hehehe, with this chisel beat the mother weapon then. If it reacted positively for blood. There is no doubt about that. Okay. Mr. Sahan Dogan, now that the mother weapon has been found, I must ask you for your testimony. We know how your dog got to the detention center and we found the murder weapon. Do you still think you can talk your way out of this? Hehehe. Interesting. This guy, even at a time like this, he's still smiling. Well, Anubis, it seems everyone has become suspicious of you. It's quite troublesome. But since it has come to this, we have no choice but to tell the truth. I did not kill anyone. I've long since grown weary of killing. I actually believe you. I feel like this is not the just the end yet, but that would only leave very few people suspicious. What's this? His face looks completely composed. It seems we'll need to listen to Mr. Dogan's explanation. Please promptly give your testimony. Yeah, certainly. God. First of all, I would like you to explain my motive. I do not know anyone by the name of Knightley. We share no connection. I see a contradiction there already. So I wouldn't think some motive for murder would just appear out of nowhere. Why are you insinuating my Anubis had a motive? Go ahead. He only bears his fangs at others on my command. I do not hunger for blood so much as to kill men I do not even know. Coming from an assassin, it sure is persuasive. An assassin who only kills acquaintances? I doubt that would be profitable, correct? I may kill strangers in my line of work, but I never make it personal. Is there evidence that shows a connection between Knightley and Dogan? Yes, there is. I should thoroughly review the evidence once more. No need. I know where to go. We can press it first. Let's press it. You didn't know, Knightley. It's not like you to say something like that. You overestimate me considerably. Did you have such a hard time arresting me in the past? We've already looked into it. You are the prison supplier. Naturally, you would have known about the other prisoners. Hey. Hearing one thing and knowing 10 is just an ideal. It's true, I do hear things. However, that doesn't mean that I know everything. I've never heard of anyone named Knightley. Okay, no, we're presenting that here. Here we go. The chest? Was it the chest? This. Would it be this one? Or the other one? Okay, it's this one. You've lost your touch, Sir Handogan. If you had your dog clean up after you should have disposed of these two. This is a record of a correspondence chess game found in the victim's cell. This record and the chessboard in your cell both clearly depict the same game. What? But you wouldn't kill someone over chess, right? That would be so weird. I've heard that the number of possible chess positions is around 10 to the power of 120. Wow. 10 times 10, 120 times, 100,000. Is that even a real number? I don't know. Indeed, there's absolutely no way these two could have coincided by chance. Okay. Tell us your reason for killing Knightley, unless you intend to explain this as a coincidence. Did you really kill him? Well, don't they say that the truth is stranger than fiction? It is as you state. This is merely a coincidence. No way. But there's no way that could have happened. It's like 10 to the power of 120. You can't do that. My correspondence chat's opponent was a victim in this incident. What a horrible coincidence. Aren't you shocked too, Anubis? Looks like I'll have to tell them the truth, Anubis, my boy. The animal show was something. That was when everyone left. Anubis brought the body to my cell. What? It brought the body to your cell? How? There's so many things in the way. Okay, he had already been stabbed in the neck with the murder weapon. I did not wish to be suspected, so I had Anubis carry the body to the workroom. After that, he pulled out the murder weapon and returned to me. So, you're saying the one who pulled the weapon out was Anubis? That's right. If I pulled out the murder weapon here, the blood would have been a problem. Yeah, you should know the best. Mr. Ashraf, isn't this what that solid guy said? A large black dog was biting into the neck of the victim. What did you say? It was a truly hellish scene. The dog killed him. Okay. I see. So that means Zoid witnessed the moment the murder weapon was pulled out. Oh yes, that prisoner's testimony is surprised me when I first heard it. It's not often that Anubis makes a blunder like that, right boy? Now, I believe that explains my actions. I did not kill him, all I did was remove the murder weapon. I believe you actually. Now, will that be all? Anubis is getting tired. Oh god, his voice is so deep. Who's there? Just a moment, Mr. Doan. Mr. Shields. Isn't there one thing you haven't explained? Why would you need to pull out another weapon in the first place? I tried changing his voice because of that voice. But, I don't know. That's right. I understand why he'd moved the body to draw suspicion away from him. But he didn't need to retrieve the murder weapon, true. I thought him just a fool, but how quickly his scent has changed. Care to elaborate, Mr. Dogan? It was because of this bell. The bell attached to the murder weapon, and the bell on my dog's neck. They share a distinctive shape, wouldn't you say? The assassin Sirhan Dugan's trademark. An assassin's trademark? Yes. The blind assassin, Sirhan Dugan. He always appears at the sound of a bell. The sound of a bell ringing in the dark of night is said to be the last thing his target hears. Okay. Hey, you remember well. It has been a while since you lost all my bells after all. When I prosecuted you in court, I confiscated a knife with the bell attached to it. Yes, my bells. There are only 2 in the world. Only 2? They're custom made, attached to my knife and Anubis' collar. Even though I can only rely on my ears, I can easily identify them. Alas, one has been confiscated and is not in my possession. It should be with the police though, why would it be there? Strange. When Anubis brought the body here, I heard a familiar sound. I thought my knife must have been embedded in the body. So imagine my confusion when I found out it was merely a chisel with my bell attached. Indeed, your knife is nothing like this chisel. Either way, those bells are my trademark. Moreover, I'm the only one in this prison who uses chisels. With all this, I knew I would be falsely suspected. So I removed the murder weapon and hid it. So you're claiming that you only moved the body? Did I tell you that chisel isn't mine? If you think I'm lying, go ahead and check for my fingerprints. Sebastian! Eh? Me? But how do I check for forensics? Yes, ma'am. Poor Sebastian. Reaction. We have fingerprints. They're Knightley's, Justin. What about Dogan's? Nope, just Knightley's. And there's no evidence of prints being wiped either. Great. I told you it wasn't Dugan. Only Knightley's fingerprints. It can't be. Should we re-examine it? Okay, see now. I never even touched that chisel. Because I ordered Anubis to carry it in his mouth. In other words, the fingerprints belong to the chisel's original owner. The murder weapon's owner was the victim? This is perplexing. Harriet, I did not touch the murder weapon. In other words, the killer could not have been me. Isn't that right? I have nothing to refute that. How could this? Is he really not the killer? Could Dugan's testimony actually be true? This can't be. It seems this is sufficient enough not to warrant any further explanation. As it stands, you have not changed the state of this case. I believe this is more than enough reason for us to reach... to relieve you of your badge, to save any needless fuss. I'd suggest you hand over your badge now. This is bad, sir. They sound serious. It's regrettable, but with those prints as decisive evidence, I'll have to retain my logic from step 1. But there are so many unexplained things. I know, right? Why would Mr. Knightley be carrying a chisel? It could be used for many things. Perhaps even as prison escapes. Well then, how did he carry it into the prison? I don't know. I mean, the prisoners don't even allow cutlery, right, Miss Edgeworth? True. Miss Edgeworth? Even if your reasoning is off at first, you shouldn't let that confuse you. The most important thing is to arrive at the truth, isn't that right? It doesn't matter how you get there. The end result is to save Simon. We have to do everything we can for his sake. Well said, Kay. Oh. Come on. Nice one, Kay. I really want to scalp you for the love of him now. Remember when Uncle Ray said a defense attorney never gives up? Miles, you understand the true meaning behind those words. The true meaning of those words. Defense attorneys carry the fate of their client on their shoulders. You are the only person your client can rely on. Just like Mr. Keys, we're the only ones who can save him now. We are linked by fate to our clients. That is why we must never give up. There's no way Uncle Ray can go against the teachings of Ray Ray. Say, what will you do? What will I do indeed? We will find out in the next episode. So, thank you for watching, and until the next episode, goodbye.